We are live. How's the audio? Audio looks good to me. How's the balance? Yeah, there we go. It's a little... There we go. Turn the game down a little. All right. How is everybody? Omega Vixens, hey Kins, hope all is going well tonight. It is going well. I'm getting ready for my time off next week, and where I'm going to be playing way too much Ashes of Creation and streaming a lot. Speaking of which, we have a change in the schedule to announce, and I'll probably wait a few minutes before I do that, just because if I talk about anything super early, there really isn't. Really takes about 20 minutes for people to kind of make it in. So I want to wait till kind of the big chunk of most of my regular viewers are in, and then I want to talk a little bit about the schedule change, because we had an announcement today, and that'll affect the schedule for the week. Nothing bad. It's actually very good if you're a Satisfactory fan. So extra Satisfactory stream. Extra stream in general, actually. It's good if you're an Ashes of Creation fan, and it's good if you're a Satisfactory fan. Other than that, I'm posting up good weight numbers, so that's been good. We can pop to that real quick. I made some changes, so it's a little easier to see the progress. I took out the extra blank days. Yeah, new low today. Well, a low in 2025, relative low, right? And 355. So we're back on the downward trajectory, and I think I have decided on a plan of action for myself to get where I want to go. It is less aggressive than I was initially thinking, but I'm sure more aggressive than most people would recommend. I'm me, and I am only ever me. I can never be anything else but me, and so it is what it is. I've got some plans. I've got some flexibility built in case I need a little break, or I get a little overly aggressive, because make plans and then make plans to change those plans. But anyway, so far so good. I'm down 23 pounds since June. That was taking about 2 or 3 weeks basically off from weight loss. And so we're back on it, and I hope to stay on it for a while. So that's looking good. I'm probably going to put in another set of columns here. I won't do it live, but basically, like, I have an overall average pounds per week and an overall average kilograms per week. But I want to do one that's like, what did I lose in the last week? Like, what's the most recent week in terms of pounds and kilograms? And that way I can kind of compare the two and see if the most recent week is higher than the average, well, then I'm bringing the average up. If the most recent week is lower than the average, then I'm bringing the average down. And I can kind of get a feel on if I am sort of increasing my rate or decreasing my rate just by looking at it. So that's the plan. But basically, it's various forms of intermittent fasting, and basically only eating carbs 1 day a week, kind of a little bit of carb cycling, that kind of a thing. But yeah, we can talk about it more. And then basically, I have made a decision. We are going to add a food/dieting, and I'm aware of the irony, channel in the Discord. Apehead and I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. We'll do it soon. We will make it opt-in force, what is it, like default opt out, right? So you have to opt in if you want to see it. I'll do a little announcement when we launch it. That way that only people that have purposefully selected it can see it. But anybody is welcome to see it. It's kind of like the Ashes of Creation section. It's not on there by default. You have to turn it on, but everybody is welcome to. So that's the general plan on that. And I think it'll be good because there's a lot of different people. I mean, let's face it, right? My audience, because of this game and because of me and because of how I talk and how I run my streams, are on average older than the average gaming audience. And we're a little nerdier than the average gaming audience, probably because of Satisfactory is Minecraft for dads, right? And so, there's a lot of us that aren't exactly at the weight we would like to be. And so every time I talk about it, there's plenty of people in the audience that are like, oh, this is really interesting. And what are you doing? And because I've spent a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of money trying different things. And I have my own demons that I fight on it. And I've had to learn what works. And so I'm always down to share what has worked for me in hopes that it may work for somebody else too. But yeah, that's it on that. Let's talk about the schedule change. I've given ourselves a couple of minutes to let people come in here, and we can talk about that. It's kind of big news, a little bit for the Ashes people. And then it has an effect on Satisfactory as well. Let's do... Oh, that's the old one. There we go. Okay, so we're going to change this kind of right now because some things have happened. Number one, we are going to put a Satisfactory S over the Ashes on this Friday. So today is the 19th. We are here on this stream. Okay. And so what has happened is Ashes of Creation has announced that the servers that are open now will be shut down on the 21st, ahead of the 26th launch of the next round of phase 3, the thing we're all looking for, and the server being reset. Now they are doing an event on the 21st, starting in the middle of the day, for Americans. Something that, that's not right. Something that we are not used to seeing Kin stream during. However, we're going to get to now. So I'm going to take an extra half a day off on Thursday. And this stream is actually going to start on... at 1 may start earlier, at least 1 p.m. PST. And I'm gonna get a schedule up on the website for that, or up on the Discord for that. All right, so that we can, so you guys can keep track and you can see what it is in your own time zone. All right, and basically there's going to be a big event, and it's going to be a special stream for us. I don't like these arrows. I have to undo all the arrows because I'm lame. So anyway, it's going to be pretty fun. Basically, there's going to be a huge event happening and there's going to be a bunch of mobs that we have to kill, and I'm not sure. Apparently we're going to be able to earn like skins for our like permanent skins for our account, and that we'll be able to play in the live game and stuff, you know, like for mounts and stuff that you'll only ever be able to get by participating either in this event or events like it. So that's pretty interesting. And I'm going to stream it so, you know, you guys can check it out, and it'll be much earlier in the day. So anyway, what it did is it just took the Ashes stream, move it over to Thursday, and added a Satisfactory stream on the Friday. And all the times for everything else remains unchanged. And then we are a week away. We are a week away from massive madness here. And then I can tell you this, we are going to be starting in the new zone on the 26th. It's probably going to be rough because it's brand new and it's not nearly as polished as the Riverlands is. It's basically the Dwarven Mountains. It's called the Anvils. And I have seen it. I've been to the PTR. The ray tracing and everything inside of it looks so cool. I really like how it looks inside, and it is a really cool starting area. So we're going to be streaming there. We're going to spend 2 to 3 days in that mountain, and then we will move our way back down towards the Riverlands by Friday or Saturday for sure. And then we'll play out the rest of the game, you know, with a home base in the Riverlands. But I wanted to start up there for the new content and to get a feel for it and see how it is. Like I said, there's still some rough things that hopefully they smooth out a little bit by Tuesday. But even if they don't, I think it's cool to see at least for a couple of days, because we'll have plenty of time in the Riverlands. And if we don't start, I think if we don't start in the Anvils, we won't really see it for a while. So that's the thought anyway, and we'll do a lot of recruiting there as well. I think it'll be great. So anyway, there's that. Let's do a save as here, and then we'll get on to some Satisfactory version 2. I'll talk about this again tomorrow, so that people can, you know, if you can make it, then I think it'll be fun. I don't really do daytime streams, but I will for the next couple of weeks here. So it should be good. Yeah, it starts at 10 a.m. PST. Yeah, I'm gonna be a few hours late, but we should still have 5 hours. Well, the stream will be about 5 hours. I'm gonna try to get in 12:30-ish to 1 my time, PST, and we'll probably have about 5 to 5.5 hours in the event for the stream. And then as soon as the event is over, they're shutting down the servers until for good, until phase 3 comes out the next Tuesday. But the phase 2 servers, or as we've dubbed phase 2.5, will be shut down. Ashes has ray tracing. Yes, it does. It does, but only in the PTR. So they upgraded to, what are they at? 5.3. Here, let's see. What version of Unreal Engine does Ashes of Creation use for phase 3 alpha? Okay, there we go. I think this is right. Specifically, Unreal Engine 5.6 for the public test realm. That's what I saw. I can't show you guys any of those pictures. It's under a visual NDA. I can't live stream it. I can't do anything like that. And there's markers all over it, right? They could trace it back to me. So, but I've seen it with my eyeballs, and it looks really cool. And I've got everything turned up to max because I got the 5090. It looks sick. Parts of it, there's parts that don't quite look right, but the parts that look right look very good. Yeah, 5.6 in prep for alpha phase 3. That's it's a fundamental change to the lighting and the clouds and the foliage, and it looks really good. Again, still working out some bugs and stuff, and I hope the majority of those get ironed out before Tuesday. Yeah, it looks good. The private photo, yeah, NDA. It's on a visual NDA, so I can't really show it. I can't really show it. I can't show it at all. And they're pretty hardcore about that. But we don't have to wait long. We will have our the stream will be on that Unreal Engine 5.6 on Tuesday. Beginning a bit of screen tearing. Yeah, I've heard there's still some screen tearing happening on PTR, and some people have flipped on VSync, and that's gotten rid of it. But again, VSync has its own issues, so you know, they're working it out. Yeah, NDA, non-disclosure agreement. It just means that we can't show it visually. We can talk about it, but we can't show it. Let me read some YouTube here. Vixen's here, Ray, of course, Eric B, hello, Minikin is here, Stampy is here, Ice Rice Flag, good morning from Denmark, welcome. Unstater is also here. So does your character have to start over again when it comes up again? Yeah, it's a fresh wipe. Which is nice, actually, because everybody's character has to start over. They've changed the crafting system pretty dramatically, and you know, the economy needs to be fresh, right? Because they need to see how these things develop with all the changes that they've put in, you know, in the last months, right? And so a fresh start is fun, and you know, it doesn't really take that. It's only level 25. It doesn't really take all that long to get a character to max level, not really. And so a restart isn't really that big of a deal, and it's nice because it gets people excited again, and you get back into it, you know. Fury 1 stretch, okay, I can do it. Oh. Okay. Yeah, Minikin school started. She doesn't have her classes finalized yet. Blue Ball is here. You have a senior, your last one. Oh, okay, kid. Yeah. And Stater, my daughter decided today that she fell off the monkey bars and broke her wrist. Yeah, that's an interesting decision. You know, tell her next time that was a poor decision and she shouldn't do that. All right. What are we doing? We got in a big chunk of the second tower. Pretty much all of the blueprints are in, and all of the connections are in between the blueprints. So the buses are in. Now, obviously, there's a lot of connections that need to happen, you know, to start the bus. But at least the buses are all connected together, and we've also got a lot of work done up top with the piping in here, but we have some work to do in terms of there's some connections missing there. Yeah, looks like that one's not connected, the pumps. All the electricity is connected except for we missed that pump line. But all of this is in. This is all looking very good. Ooh, that electricity connection is missing where? Missing here. Oh, yep, there you are. Better? Much better. Nice. So I think the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fix the elevators. We're gonna get that fixed. And we're gonna get the center elevator in, and we are going to probably do the catwalks. These catwalks, they come around so that you can get to every floor from the elevator. We'll get rid of this stuff in the center here. Let's get our light on. We'll get rid of this in the center. And then we have kind of two big projects after we do the elevators and the catwalks. Although we won't be able to do all the catwalks because we have to do one of the other big projects. But we got to put in the particle accelerators up there on the roof. And we know how to do that. We're just copying what we've done over on the other teal tower, because all towers are going to have particle accelerators. So we have this tower over here that they have them already in. Let's go over to this tower so we can kind of get a feel for what we have to do. We've already done this tower once. The teal towers are basically carbon copies of each other. So we've already done it. We just have to do it again. And then we also have to figure out exactly what we're going to be doing over on... Yeah, there's a little bit extra here. It's a bit crazy. I bet you there is an amount that we could fix on this that would make sense. But I don't really want to mess with it right now. I want to kind of do some bigger things than that. But the biggest project, so I feel comfortable with the elevator. I feel comfortable with the catwalks. I feel comfortable with the particle accelerators on the top. The thing that I am unsure about is how to connect, if at all, a truck setup in the other tower. And the reason is because this teal tower over here is has one thing that none of the other towers do, and that is the fact that this back road cuts into him. Right here. See, and it makes it so that we can't really drive a truck through here like we had on the other one. So I'm not sure the best way to solve this issue right now. You know, do we just do, you know, he comes in, drops off one, and then leaves? Do we make him special and he doesn't come in to drop off at all? We could do that. You know, maybe we do a little statue area or something in here, and no roads come into this, because we have plenty of room for the truck stations that we do need in the other towers. So maybe I do that. I haven't decided exactly. I'm kind of leaning towards that, honestly. Cutting these out. And then this is like maybe the head building, or, you know, this is the odd man out, basically. You have him come in from that road and leave out the other way. Now that's an interesting idea. Oh, shit. So they come in like this. Come in like that. Here, let's do it. I mean, I'm already done. I've already made the decision. It's almost like I've told the story about when I got married met my wife and got married. Basically, we had known each other. I met her. She was dating my best friend. I met her in the summer of 2007. And then her and my best friend dated for 6 months. They broke up in the winter of January 2008. We started dating in July of 2008. So I waited 6 months. Okay. She stayed with the friend group and all that stuff. And I waited 6 months before I started dating my best friend's ex. But it wasn't like a bad breakup. Like, it was fine, you know? And then basically, so I'd known her for a year. Basically she and I started talking around, are we gonna do this? Like within 2 weeks of us dating. And I was like, oh, we can't do this. This is crazy even for me. Like, let's be together for 1 month. And at 1 month, we're gonna go out. We'll do a 1 month date. And then we will talk about like long-term things. All right. We're not going to talk about anything long-term for a month. We're like, okay. So I took her to Joe's Crab Shack, downtown Sacramento. And Old Sac. Sorry, I stopped to make a point. I'm telling a story just so I can make a point on that story. We went out to dinner, walked to this bench. The bench is still there. And we sat on the bench. And I was like, well, you want to talk about this? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, I'm thinking that I would like to do this forever. And she said, I'm thinking the same thing. And I said, so we're going to get married? And she said, yes, we are. And I said, okay. So how do we convince our parents we're not insane? I was 25. She was, at the time, I was 25 and she was 19. I just turned 25 and she was 19 and a half. We're like, we going to do this? And she's like, yep. And so basically, that was August of 2008. And by May of 2009, we were married. And that was 17 years ago. Right? Something like that. 16 years ago. So we'd already made the decision. It was just convincing everybody else around us that we weren't insane. And then basically the whole point of the story is that's what I've already done. I immediately made the decision that I want to do this. And now I'm just kind of going through the motions to make sure that I'm not, to make double sure, but also convince you guys that it's the right choice. By the way, I proposed to my wife in the intersection, in the parking lot of a Mexican restaurant that has, and not even a good one. Well, I mean, it is a good one, but like not a fancy one. Because that is where the night that we first kind of talked to each other and decided we were going to start dating. We were out really late, and both of us still lived at home, and so neither of us could like talk to each other late. And so we were in the parking lot. It was a 24-hour drive-through, and so and it's like a place up in the burbs where we live that people kind of go in and out at all hours of the night, and so it's a nice place to just park. And so we sat there and talked, That was like June of the year we started dating. We're like, we're gonna start dating. I'm like, yeah. No, yeah. It's a place called Adalberto's, and it's really good. It's actually still, even after I've kind of divorced all fast food from my appetite and from my universe of possibilities, I'll still do Adalberto's because it isn't really fast food, not really, but it is close. Like, don't get me wrong, it's close, but it's better food than fast food. And their parents still think they are crazy. Yeah, I convinced my dad pretty quickly. You gotta remember, my wife is amazing. All right, it's not even an exaggeration. She's amazing. Okay, and everybody around her loves her at all times. Nobody dislikes my wife. Nobody, and this isn't an exaggeration. All right, so my parents were on board. In fact, my mother liked my wife so much, she tried to tell her, she's like, are you sure you want to marry my son? Like, I like you a lot, okay? And he's an asshole. Like, are you sure? Like, you know that he's an asshole, right? The joke is that I'm an asshole to everybody but her. Well, it's not even a joke. They just don't know. But no, convincing my parents was easy. That took me a couple of months. Convincing her dad took about 6 months, and I still don't think I've convinced her mom. Adalberto's, you love the burritos? Their breakfast burritos are the best. Was my friend named yeah, Jesse's girl? I know what you're saying. Yeah, no, and Stater, this is what we're gonna do. Sorry, I've been in storytelling mode the last couple of weeks while I've been playing Satisfactory. So, sorry. No, I don't. Ooh, maybe. Yeah, I think we do an open tour. I kind of want to do this right now while I'm thinking about it, you guys. Open door for sure. A few Schedule 1 content creators think the update is hitting in the next week. I think it'll be a bit longer. Well, I hope so, because we're in Ashes. So we're in Ashes next week. I'm not doing anything but Ashes next week except for Satisfactory Saturdays. And probably the week after. I probably will not play anything but Ashes and Satisfactory until I hit level 25, max level in Ashes for sure. After that, we'll have to see. If big... Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Somebody opened and slammed my door. Scared the bejeezers out of me, number one. But number two, I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything wrong that I didn't need to, like, take care of. This is why I stream at night, boys and girls. I have 5 kids. I think the 3-year-old was coming in to say hi, and then she got freaked out because I was, She didn't realize I was doing this. And then she slammed the door. Your parents think you're... My wife is almost twice my age, and my paramour is 14 years younger than I am, and my parents are confused. Yeah, I mean, I might be confused too. Just from your description, I'm a little confused. So BFAR, yeah. So Ashes. 2 weeks minimum before I can even think about adding something else after Ashes. But you know, if basically my plan with Schedule 1, it's gonna be a quick game. My basic plan is, you know, when the time is right, probably probably those three. You know, if a ton of big content creators, right, and if it has a little mini blow up on YouTube like it did last time, I'll find a way to fit it in. Because my basic plan with Schedule 1 was to wait until a big update and it kind of got popular again, and kind of, you know, use it as a good opportunity to you know, work my channel, you know, for my channel again. And so we'll probably do that depending on the timing. But thanks for keeping me heads up. Okay, Omega, that makes sense. The reaction, Dad walking in talking to his ears. Yeah, she did. You know what I'm thinking? It was probably exactly let's see. It was probably exactly this. Right? This is exactly what happened, just with a door slamming. Because I went out and I was like, who opened my door? And my son, he popped his head around the corner at the bottom of the stairs. He's like, not me. And then, you know, the 11-year-old was like, I don't know, Dad. And I said, you know, the 3-year-old, I asked her, I was like, was it you? And she kind of like slowly slunk around the corner and looked up at me. And I was like, don't open my door. You know, she was like, how much in trouble am I? But it's fine. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything like wrong, you know? All right, let's try this. I don't think so. The thing is, my wife's painting right now. And so, but that is very far from the bottom of the stairs. This is perfect. This is perfect. It's a perfect idea. Queso plans on playing it. All right, BFAR, you tell me when Queso starts his playthrough, and I will start within a week of that. Your mom made your wife's wedding dress. That's pretty cool. Is anybody else getting some choppiness on YouTube? What if we should expand this to 4 panes? What did we do here? Yeah, the game will get very big again. Yeah, yeah. And if I'm gonna play it, and I can be patient, right? If I'm gonna play a game, why not wait until it's at a peak again? You know? I think that's just strategy. Now, I'm not gonna play a game I don't want to play just because it's at its peak, right? Just because it's peaking. But a game I plan on playing anyway. What's going on? It's bad. I'm dumping items at the box at 1.1 right now. Brad and her. That was that little hitch I was getting whenever I deleted something. It was because it was sending that item to the magic box at 000 on the map, I think. Yeah, at least he plans on to check out the update. He already did his playthrough. Well, yeah, I mean, basically, I will do it on my timing unless it's going big, right? Stampy, it's smooth for you on YouTube. Good. How'd you make those gradient pillars in your towers? Like, how'd you configure the signs? Yeah, right here. So it's just a vertical gradient, and then 2 blues and a black. You got to be careful about this color. I made black. It overpowers the other colors. Do you see how far down on the blue that the black kind of permeates? If we change this to like red, let's try that again. I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, most of it there's very little blue actually. And if we change it to white, there's almost no blue. Right, so you got to be careful which color you use for the background there. And again, I'm doing black, of course, because I just think it looks really nice. So there you go. All right, let's peel away. All of these. All right, let's just try the 1 pillar trick. Let's do 1 more for safety. go. You're kind of creeping through there. But we're going to change you guys to asphalt anyway. So we won't be able to tell. Nice. The update is giving the game an antagonist and a final mission end goal. That's it. Yeah, that sounds great, because there definitely was, for all the awesomeness that Schedule 1 was, content, you know, there was a lack of content for sure. Almost like a shadow. Unstater. Are you sure that it's on YouTube? Are you sure that, you know, you don't have like cataracts or something? All right. So somebody came up with a kind of visual representation of what people with schizophrenia see, and I saw it online, and I'm not gonna lie, it kind of freaked me out. So you know, the whole seeing a shadow thing made me think of it. It's kind of freaky. I had an aunt that had schizophrenia, and you know, it runs, apparently it you know, can be hereditary. So, you know, good thing I'm talking to you guys and not the other voices in my head. Would you go crazy if you saw shadows? So senior year, well, actually the summer between my, I'm gonna have to cut this off. We're gonna have to build this. I'm gonna have to do a turn here. Summer between junior and senior year, I got punched in the eyeball at a wrestling camp, accidentally. But you know, I was punched in the eye. It was the right eye, and it was pretty hard. And it wasn't like, you know, when you get a black eye, it's like the tissue around the eye. I actually got punched in the eyeball, and I saw some pretty bad black spots, like right here, shadowy kind of black spot thing. I kept thinking like there was a fly. You know, like every like 2 minutes, I'd be like, ugh. And that was maddening. And I knew what it was, right? By the way, I went to the doctor. There was no holes in my eye or anything in that eye, but turns out I had holes in the back of my other eye, and the doctor kept saying, now, which eye were you punched in again? Now, which eye were you punched in? Are you sure you were punched in that eye? I was like, yeah, doc, it still hurts. It's this eye. Are you sure you were punched in that eye? Because I had holes in the other eye. And so I actually had to get those holes checked out for the next 15 years. Once a year, I had to go get my eyes dilated, and I had to look at that for the next 15 years to make sure that it wasn't getting worse. So yeah, good times. Let's get this. Let's get one more round out here. little something like this, maybe. But yes, if I was seeing things repeatedly that weren't actually there, I don't know, man. Not ideal. You just found the video that, yeah, what'd you do, search it? Yeah, it's like kind of going like mini viral now. Yeah, it's freaky, isn't it? It's not my aunt, actually. It's my mother's aunt. My mother's aunt had it. No, you were commenting on the black accent on the pillars. You restarted your browser and it's fine now. Okay, we've definitely gone down a very strange rabbit hole in this conversation, based on a misunderstanding of one of your comments. Yeah, real life sea fighting. That's exactly what it is. Oh my god, that's so hilarious. Is the video going into a gas station? This one was just like random. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of freaking me out just thinking about it. Trying to decide how much I want to continue this conversation. We've talked about a couple of things on this channel. That works. Okay, so somebody asked me once something along the lines of, Kin, do you believe in conspiracy theories? And if so, what's the craziest conspiracy theory that you believe? It was something like that, right? I think that we're missing... I think we're missing the one we need, maybe. No. Maybe not. I don't like how ugly this looks. Oh, BFAR redeemed stop a rant. Ooh, he got me. He got me. Why did I wait so long to do rocket fuel? I don't know. I've been singing rocket fuel's praises for months now, Okie Sooner. BFAR redeemed stop a rant. All right. All right. Well played, sir. All right, let's put in the... lines here. See what we look like. Now you guys will never know. You can blame BFAR. Okay. Then dotted lines here. What's that? That out of there. All right. Color change. Ignorance is bliss. You probably know where I was going to go with that, too. It doesn't take a genius. It's hilarious. Hey, you know what? Use the tools at your disposal. I like it. Doing rocket fuel with no power shards. Yeah, I wish that was my original plan, and then I made a math error and ran out of space. I would have loved to definitely do it without power shards, but alas, some people suck. How much of a wave in my power grid is too much? Is 2,000? Well, I would look at it as a percentage anyway, right? Because 2,000 isn't really that much if you've got 200,000, right? It's 1%. But if your wave of 2,000 and you've only got, 10,000, well, not good. Oh, you make 551? Yeah, that's what, 4%? Probably not that big of a deal. It's only an issue if it shorts out. Late game mechanics have fluctuating power demand, so it's kind of moot to take power flat. Yeah, well, you can make power production flat. Power demand definitely fluctuates. Yeah, it's a lot of gens. Yeah, it is a lot of gens. Many gens. It's going to be higher now. Shoot. No. There. Nice. The crackpot headcanon is that we all just repeat this life over and over again, and when we're born crying, it's us realizing it and forgetting everything, and deja vu is a reminder that everything has already happened before. All right. I mean, you know, it's no worse than, you know, we're all in a simulation. All right, let's increase this one. No. And increase this one. Gotcha. What about this mess? Okay, nice. Not too bad. Make sure it came out 26 years ago. Why do you have to say mean things like that? All right, I thought we were friends. The Egg by Andy Weir. Andy Weir. I didn't know he wrote anything before The Martian. Project Hail Mary is maybe my most favorite science fiction book. Ender's Game is probably Heir to the Empire, Ender's Game, science fiction. really liked Old Man's War, but I mean, there's probably others I'm forgetting, but Project Hail Mary is up there for sure. And I'm really looking forward to the movie, both me and Minikin. Maybe we are simulations so that the owners of the simulation can benefit from generative AI on a smaller time scale. That just sounds like slavery with extra steps. Wake up his battery. The only place to build a rocket fuel factory is Crystal Lake. But you have to keep an eye out for Jason. First to get it is an achievement for me. Well, doesn't Jason from Friday the 13th haunt kids around a lake? Pretty sure that's how that goes. All right, let's give this a try. But I don't know if that's the reference you're making. Sharp turn. And back out on the road. All right, so let's do the full rotation here. Easy. That's a done deal. Perfect solution. Perfect. Do you hear the music that you play, or do you listen to something else? No, I listen. I hear the same music that you're listening to. I can turn it up a little bit louder. I have it up a little louder than you guys have, because you know, it's the only way to fight the voices in my head. Have you seen the Jason Halloween prop? It has him suspended from a chain to a rock glow like he was in the lake. Is there, what, in the game? Thank you for the $5 super chat, Okizuna. I appreciate it, man. Even though I didn't get the achievement. So thank you, Unstater, for earning me the $5 super chat. I knew it was Jason related. All right, how much do I want to mess around with this? Probably not any more than this. This gives us our... All right, what if we do something like this? That'll work. Right. Cube Wave, by the way, I figured out your train issues. It's smooth sailing now. Good. Smooth sailing is always good. All right, let's see what we did over in the other tower, because I think I did a kind of a raised or a ramp foundation around the outside of the circle. I just kind of want to see what I did here. We did it around the inside. Okay. Come on. I still can't believe how optimized this game is, that it makes your PC with a 3060 run your save at like 30 FPS. Yeah, I agree. I remember when Belt equaled no FPS in update 3. Yeah, and everybody kind of everybody used closed factories, and it became the norm. You had to close your factories because if your belts were visible, like if a lot of belts were visible, then your game couldn't run. All right, that looks good. Okay. Okay, I can live with that. Full of Bleathens, good evening. Looks like the tunnel is integrating well with this one. Yeah, that was an idea from Unstater, and I heard it and instantly wanted to move forward with it. Okay. Now I want to do something a little special. Should we put an arrow here? Probably should. Then maybe dotted lines. I think we only need one. Yes, this is working. Nope, I don't think we need that. Ray says, friendly reminder, like the stream, subscribe, and check out the Discord. We have lots of cute pet pics. I'm not sure that's true. No, it's true. We do. 43 people, only 11 likes. People. Yeah. I mean, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. He said it. Yeah. I think this is good. I think this is really good. This solved a question that I kind of had in my mind. I wasn't sure exactly how we were going to solve it. So, yeah, this is great. They're great. All right, we're gonna set the elevator floor. And then once we have the elevator and the road, that's kind of everything we need that can't really move. And then we can move everything else around them. Oh, we're fine. We just missed the connection. Okay, nice. All right, let's do this thing. FYI, Ken, thank you for accidentally pointing out that the Walmart PC listed GPU is a 4070. Yeah, I mean, that's all I really looked at. I didn't accidentally point it out. I pointed it out because that's where all the money is, right? I think it was a 4070 Ti that the Walmart PC listed GPU as a 4070. I thought it was a nice idea because the description has it listed as a 5070. Yeah, so I just looked at the link. So I looked at the link and it said 4070 Ti in the description of the link. And so, yeah, so it was not, you're saying that it was not a, this is wrong. It's not square. Bro, can we get square, please? Oh, maybe it won't be. We need to be square up here. Yeah, nice. It's not actually square. Well, that's good. So you thought that the price was based on a 5070? Yeah. I mean, the 5070 Ti that I bought was about $1,000. Well, no, that's not true. Well, after tax, it was like $850. Let's see what they are now. I'm gonna do it off where. There's a Zotac for $800, a PNY for $750, MSI Gaming Trio for $840, a ROG Strix for $1,000. The Asus Tough for $1,000. That's a regular 5070, not a 5070 Ti. So if you were getting just a regular 5070 in a rig that only costs $1,500, the 5070 would be 1/3 the price. YouTube is telling me something. Now would be a good time to insert ads. Creators earn more money inserting ads the more viewers they're watching. Give it a try. Close. Get wrecked. All right, so I'm going to do a little trick. I did not come up with this trick. This trick was described to me in a comment, a YouTube comment, and took me a while to figure out exactly what they were saying, but once I did, I made a macro, and all the macro does is repeatedly hits H, which locks the hologram, and then left click. And then what we are going to do is we're going to extend the elevator up much, much, much higher than the limit of 196 meters. There will be lots of flying sparklies, and it's going to take us some time to get up as far as we want up there. But we did it in the other tower. We'll do it in the others. So here we go. Go macro, go macro, go. Basically what it's doing is it's rebuilding the entire elevator every time I hit click, but I'm not giving it a chance to finish the animation all the way up before I click again. And so it's just stacking them over and over and over again. Very shiny. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Let's turn off the macro. Missed this one. Now let's let it finish building. Oh my god. Yeah, I love it when the full elevator comes together and zoops right up to the top. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I want it to end on the hole, like on the whole 4 meter. And I think this is the last one that we get. Yeah. No, we can go 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the last one. And even that one's close. I don't make it. Right up to the top, baby. This was the old max height. Mm-hmm. Right. don't think I did this. I think I did this differently. I think I did this. Let's go look. I can't remember what I did. Thank you for the follow, Chaos, on Twitch. It's gonna be a long ass ride at the top. Yes, it will. I just make them stack so when you get to the max, you just add another one to it and they lock together. Yeah, just outside and then pushed back a little bit. Hey Ken, just wondering what your take is on storage hubs. Well, I like them. So personally, I think that the statement dimensional depots replace the need for storage hubs is inaccurate. I think storage hubs are still good and important. And I'm glad that I have mine. How do you make a smooth, rounded foundation? Well, we're talking about like how I made the cylindrical buildings that I'm building inside. You talking about this? Is it due to the stack limit or the upload times? I still think it's a good idea to have all your stuff in one place. Because what if you need a bunch of stuff? The Dimensional Depot is great, but it doesn't actually have a big throughput, you know? Are you talking about this curvature here, Chaos? I'll wait to hear your answer. I just want to make sure I'm understanding you. Yeah, okay. So what I do is, there's probably more than two. There's two very common methods of creating curvature. One is the catwalk method. The catwalk method is faster, but it's not my favorite. I think it's something like this. You know, something like this. And then you get a curvature. And there's some things that you could do to close this gap. All I would really need to do is kind of bring it in to like here. right? So there's this method. This works. It's fast. What is the degree rotation? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. 9 times 4 is 36. 36 goes into 360 degrees 10 times. It's a 10-degree rotation. All right, if you need 10-degree rotation, I say use it. All right, if this is good enough for you, I say do it. I don't use this method. I use a method that provides me 5-degree rotation. And to do that, I'm going to put my foundation on top of another foundation. I'm going to hold control, and I'm going to roll my mouse wheel. All right, now first step is to go out 10 before you roll the mouse wheel. That's 10. Then we roll the mouse wheel. We'll go 5 degree, and then out 10. If you come out to the end here, you'll see a much more gradual curvature. The curvatures I have here are exactly at the length where this meets up perfectly with this one. So I have a nice little tiny overlap between these two. 10, and this would probably be nicer at, if we want to do 2 walls here, right? There's still a little overlap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think it was 10 and 7. Yeah. See, so at this distance from the center of the circle, you have perfect coverage of the gap. If you were to go out one more, you now see that there is a little gap that you can see in there. So 10 foundations and then 7 meters gives us this closed look. And that's what I'm using. And then basically I just zoop out there 10 in all 4 directions. Of this. And then I only have to go 90, which is 18. It's 90 degrees. You can make blueprints to help you with this. But that's, and I have, by the way. I need to save it. It's something like 140 or something like that. There it is. 137. So I've made a blueprint here that has all the rotations already into it. And then you just take it, zoop it out, take it, zoop it out, and delete, so you can get to all of them. This blueprint would be better if when I get the bigger blueprint maker, I can extend out those 5-degree rotational spokes a little bit to help differentiate between them when you're building. May Trejo, hey King, quick question: did you have to at some point lower the graphics resolution? Have you had crashes lately? I've gotten a few recently. I haven't had any crashes. Did you recently update your GPU drivers maybe? Or do you need to, perhaps? I haven't had any crashes since I kind of locked down the various things that I needed to do when I got the new computer. On some sharper angles, I use trim to close the gap. Yeah, you can do that too. include some various pieces to help hide the gap or close the gap. Iden Stater, have a good night. Chaos, thank you, sir. You're welcome. I'm actually thinking I was gonna do the catwalks, but I'm actually thinking, what if we wait on those and then we could do all the catwalks at once? Because we can't do the top catwalks until we get the particle accelerators in. I think it's time for us to go visit the particle accelerators on our neighbor and see exactly how we put all this together. Went for a walk last night, nice long one, because I wasn't streaming. Minikid went with me. And it was a little windy, and I've been paying for it all day. Just really bad eye allergies. Okay. Yeah, let's go next door or across the street here, and let's pop in the particle accelerators. In fact, you know what I kind of want to do? I kind of want to put them all in at once, and all four towers, or all three towers. Yeah, let's do that. That way I don't have to think about it again. I will relearn how to do it now and do it 3 times. Okay, so we leave we leave one in, and then we cut 2, leave 1, cut 2, leave 1, cut 2. And then what's our number from the center to the outside? 25. With 3 up top. All right, seems easy enough, maybe. I probably could have left that. Come on. And we have a real power problem here. All right, that fixed that. My big boy. Okay, 9 plus 16 is 25. Right smack in the middle. What color were we using? Aluminum. Is the canoe made out of wood or aluminum? Oh man, I play this game so dumb. Like I'm on tier 8 with no starter factory operational. You're still making it? Oh, you're rushing, you rushed unlocks and stuff? There's an argument to be made to rush something like Hover Pack. Because it makes building everything else easier. No way, just clipped it like that? Hell yeah, looks good, doesn't it? I think it looks just fine. Where's the calf fat start and the ankle fat begins? No one knows, that's the fun. All right, let's do it again. All right, 25 minus 8, 18, 17, 17. Oh, I'm dumb. I have 250 hours and I haven't made automation for reinforced iron plates except for the one constructor on the sand. Iron wire and stitch plating is your friend. Yeah, I cut out screws from everything. The ratio? What does that have to do with the ratio? The ratio. I really like the idea of geothermal. Wish there were more geysers or some way to produce gas some other way. I've got a way you can try. Not even say I'm an expert in it. Okay, same thing here. So over 15. With alt recipes, does one even need a steel factory? Like steel ingots? I mean, you need steel pipes, steel beams, and green encased industrial beams. That's what a steel factory does. So yes, you still need a steel factory, but you don't need to make steel ingots like in their own factory and then move it around. But yeah, I guess you'll have to. Lumen beams, iron pipe, encased iron pipe. I mean, I didn't make very much steel at all in my heavy modular frame factory. I don't know if I have aluminum beams unlocked. Yeah, I don't have it unlocked. But yeah, it looks like you could avoid steel completely. I mean iron. Iron completely. All right, let's get the other ones in while we're thinking about it, and then see if there's anything else I want to do. Making a heavy modular frame factory in the green fields. Nice. Okay, measure. Uh, 13. So that's going to be 12 this way. I think that looks good. I stretch a sec. You're going to sell it after your very first factory, which you built in the Green Hills in Update 3. Nice. Yeah, I was not playing in Update 3. I think we moved these back. I don't think I want to do that necessarily. I forgot to mark it. Eight, right? So 17. I mean, these should match, perhaps. Okay. This game is wicked. I've never had a game that I've just picked up and refused to put down. The 2 months I've been playing, I've racked up 400 plus hours. Yeah. Yeah. It's really difficult. It kind of starts to cause an itch in your brain that needs to be scratched. Geothermal would be interesting for sure. Well, there is geothermal in the game already. I think he's just saying he wished there were more. Geothermal generator. Must be built on a geyser. Man, looks like it's getting worse. All right, we got 2 in. And we have no power over here again. We have limited power. All right. It's 13. Yeah. There's the 12. Oh, there we go. This is wrong. not sitting on the ground. That's better. Okay. Okay. All right, those are in. There's only 18 per map, but the more node average, which is around 400 to 600 max. Yeah. And Sushi, welcome. Freak, finally a live session. I want your latest Let's Play series. Well, welcome, Freak. Freakazoid, Freakazoid. We're just building our particle accelerators. Let's make sure that these turned out okay. I think they look good. There's polish to do on the walls and the holes and stuff, but we can do that later. Man. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I need to go, like, wash my face or something. I don't know why the allergies are so bad. Freaking took a shower today, and I don't know. So it's not like I got pollen in my hair or my beard or something. So give me a second. Oh, where are you, mouse? There you are. Okay. I just need a couple of minutes, guys. I'll be right back, and we'll keep the party going. And we're back. All right, got up, stretched, walked around for a second, washed my face, use a restroom, and we'll see if that'll allow me to see. Maybe we won't see. We'll see if we can see. I'm doubting about starting over in a new save or just a new location in the current save. Yeah, that's a question that I get asked a lot. I think, how many hours do you have in your current save? Right? Like if it's less than 100 hours, like less than 50 hours, I would say starting over is not that big of a deal, really. But it's different to everybody. You know, maybe a fresh start. Well, actually, I would say I think the answer is probably whatever makes you most excited to keep going. Right? So if the idea of building in a new area is more exciting, or if, you know, starting over feels more liberating or whatever, you know, I would do whichever one will make you want to log in more. Okay, and you're missing a triangle along the top. Oh, I see it. $175. Yeah, I mean that is a lot. I mean, but I started over with that much several times. You started over after 400 as a breath of fresh air. Yeah. I think my advice would be whichever makes you more excited to log in again. Bum, 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 bum. All right, let's measure. Remember, we're doing 25 from this outside edge. So 8. Should have this memorized by now, right? All right. That's crappy. The only reason I wanted to start over is I rushed into all the tiers. I have factories almost at the same place as you in your new series. Yeah, the green grassy knolls. But it's a functional mess. Yeah, well, is leaving that factory, like, because you could move to the, you started down here. You could easily move up to here and start building brand new bases, and it's totally fine. But you would know that there's a bunch of factories down here that are all messed up. You know, is that something that you're okay with? You know, if you could just put it out of the back of your mind, fine. But deleting is not exactly easy, although you can do it, of course. And there is a tool that you can use on the Satisfactory, you know, the save editor, to do it even faster. Come on. All right. Yeah, mine were not as aesthetically appealing, so I just took my experience and adopted the don't skip a project till you're satisfied. I like your philosophy, Kin. If you don't like it, delete it. Yeah. Because there's no rush in this game. There's no biters. The resources aren't going to run out. Take your time. And enjoy yourself. All right, measuring time. 14, 15 minus 14 is what, 11? Oh no, we're missing cooling systems. What is this shenanigans? Okay. Let's go steal some. I wonder why our factory isn't making enough cooling systems. Should be in this factory. Let's go steal some. And maybe see why we think it's not making enough. Yeah, you definitely dimensional depot everything that it makes, for sure. Last time I looked at the save, the Twisted Tower factory wasn't working very well, if at all, in like 3 floors. I wonder why.
May I ask you if you've considered all the possibilities that the other direction might offer you?
I have, and I've rejected them. Now I don't need 2 elevators. Now I can do 1 elevator the whole way up. Come on, buddy. Yeah, you could do what Ken suggested and have all your resources and unlocks. You still have all your resources and unlocks. Ken, I found myself deleting a factory aesthetic 3 or 4 times before I like it. Sometimes more. Yeah, I've gotten a little bit better at, having my vision front and center. And then if it doesn't fit the vision, then I just keep iterating until I can make it fit. We're gonna need a lot of particle accelerators. Right. Right, now I'm thinking we overflow everything. Send everything to the right. We overflow here. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. This is just a temporary solution because we're not getting enough cooling systems for whatever reason. And we need some in the dimensional depot kind of like right now, so that we can continue to build the particle accelerators that we need. And so this is a good way of, robbing Peter to pay Paul a little bit. The problem is we need to, pay Paul now. But I think this should work. Aqua, hey construction, I love your streams and shorts. Thank you. I appreciate you stopping by and saying hi. All right, let's head back over. There's a lot of floors in that building. I think you should put an in and out factory after this phase. You can make it yellow and red. Yeah, that's what I need. A game making me think of food. Hey, construction, what's your opinion on nuclear power? Opinion on nuclear power is it is unnecessary in the game. Now, if you wanted nuclear power so that you can say you did nuclear power, or so that you can experience doing nuclear power, I say go for it. But rocket fuel beats nuclear power in every metric, and it's not even close. Guys, what's going on with the power over here? I don't know what's going on with the power. Oh, this isn't helping. Power. All right, that should restore power, at least partially. Thanks for your opinion. Yeah, no, of course. Chaos, I derailed my train off ramp. I'm trying to destroy it and it dismantled. It won't let me. Any advice? Is the train crashed? Because if it is, you need to fix it first before you can delete it. So you go up and just hit F and it'll reload all your trains. If you have a pollen allergy, by the way, maybe. I've had it my whole life. It got bad when I got into high school. I'm not saying that honey wouldn't help, but it isn't something that is relatively new. Thanks for your opinion. Yeah. Now, like I said, I mean, rocket fuel bloodies nuclear fuel in every single way. except for maybe, you know, the fun to build a very large factory of it. Get in there. It's looking good. Are you talking about nitro rocket fuel or just vanilla? And is ionized fuel worth it? Ionized fuel, as far as I know, in phase 5, creates less power than rocket fuel because of all the machines it takes to make it. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true. It doesn't seem true to me. But I've heard that ionized fuel is not worth it, except for the jetpack. Put it in there, and it's the best fuel in the game for the jetpack. I think that both nitro rocket fuel and regular rocket fuel are both very good, and they're actually both pretty similar in terms of the number of machines they need. But one is definitely simpler than the other. Yeah. I prefer nitro, but there's other people that they like the regular. All right. Let's chat for a second. So lots of new faces tonight, and definitely new faces that weren't here earlier in the stream. I want to talk about a change on the schedule this week. Now that we have kind of a different set of people than we had 5 minutes into the stream. And that is right here. This changed for us. This was going to be Ashes, and now it's Satisfactory. So we're on this stream here. I'm going to be streaming a lot in the next 2 weeks. Tomorrow night is another Satisfactory, and then Thursday during the day. Very unlike me to have a stream during the day. I'm going to take half a day off from work. There is a big event happening in Ashes of Creation's server as the current server, phase 2, to kind of commemorate shutting down phase 2, and then phase 3 will start on Tuesday. So I want to stream that event. I don't know what it's going to be like. I'm not max level yet, so I have no idea, right? Apparently you can earn a mount that you can only earn from events like that. Yeah, so we're going to check it out. And I think it'll already be running for 3 hours by the time I'm in there, and then we will stream for about 5 hours, and the servers will shut down. So that's in 2 days. And that was a big change. We kind of, and then we got an extra Satisfactory stream out of it for Friday night. Okay, so that's what's going on. And then if you're a Satisfactory only viewer, you're gonna want to find me on Saturday nights until I finish this playthrough. But otherwise, I'm gonna be playing Ashes, and then eventually, maybe, I don't know, whenever it's ready, we're probably gonna play Schedule 1 on Wednesday nights. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to be flexible on that one. But that's the basic plan. And again, if you don't know, Ashes of Creation is an MMO that's in alpha that I've been really looking forward to playing, and I've enjoyed what I've played so far on the channel. Okay. So I'm gonna be lame, and I hate to do this because we just hit 100 viewers across both streams. I am dying. We're not even at 3 hours. I am trying to get my evenings down to 4 hours instead of 6 or 7 on weeknights. I don't know what the deal is with me right now. My eyes are bothering me, but I'm a little tired as well. So instead of powering through and doing crappy content, I'm going to end a little early because we have streams all week. And so I'm gonna get some sleep, and then we will take a short one, I guess. We didn't get nearly as much done as I wanted. I wanted to finish off this tower, and there's a lot to go on it. So a little disappointing, but you know, I kind of got up, walked around, washed my face, did all that stuff, and I'm still kind of eating it. So yeah, I don't know. I apologize, but yeah, I'll probably here, let's grab a quick picture here. I think this actually works. We did get this done, so that's something. But yeah, I hate to do this, but I think would be best served if I you know, if discretion is the better part of valor, and I don't like streaming tired because it's not my best, you know. I'd rather not stream, so I'm going to force perspective on this is so ridiculous, but I guess it's its own kind of cool, right? I'm going to call it about an hour and 15 minutes early. So again, I am trying to stick to 4, but we're only we're at almost 3, so I'm going to call it a little bit sooner. Ray says no worries, like the stream, guys. Subscribe. Yeah, and then I'll be back tomorrow night, and we'll definitely finish off this tower then. And hopefully I won't have whatever this is going on. My wife's got a little head cold thing, so I don't know, maybe I'm getting that too. You know, just sucks, just life. So a like on the stream would be great. Twitch, we're gonna raid. I always raid. And yeah, no bad content. There's no rush on this. There's no rush on any of this, and we'll continue on the next stream tomorrow night. All right. So and it was good to see you, Freak, and there's a bunch of new people tonight, so I really appreciate it. Let's find somebody to raid on Twitch that is also playing Satisfactory. What are our options here? Quite a few streamers. This person, I haven't seen this person before. He's got a decent amount of viewers, and Yeah, let's hit them. It's English, right? Yep. All right. Nice. Ooh, new mod updates available. I'll do that later. Well, I appreciate it, guys. A little bit funky of a stream tonight. Sorry about that. And we'll be back tomorrow. And I'll see you then.